Welcome to West Coast Wednesday here on Prospectors Radio with Kathleen Biffle, Rich Cooley, Scott Swiftwater Toney, Indiana Gold Hunter, Dennis Dayton, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoy the show, and thanks again for listening.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another West Coast Wednesday here on Prospector Radio. It is May the 9th already. Weather's nice, and we're glad to be here, and we're glad all you could join us tonight. So let me get started first off with Mr. Rich Cooley. How are you, Rich?
Pretty good. How's everyone tonight?
Doing good, man. What's been going on since we last spoke?
Not much. Just getting ready to start bench testing my motor here hopefully this weekend, and I'll make sure that it's ready to go, and then I got the garden to plant. So.
Oh, you think it's safe now for gardening?
It should be good.
Past the frost season?
Yeah.
Oh, so you should be good, because I know my wife's been waiting to plant her flowers and stuff. She's afraid it's going to
Well, I've looked
frost.
up the weather for the past 2 weeks, and it's all 50s or above, so that's plenty.
Oh, okay. So you're safe?
Yeah, it
Safe.
should be anyway.
Cool, man. So, hey, how much did you pay for your carburetor for your dredge? What was it again, like $10 or something?
$13. $13.
$13 for a new carburetor.
$13 on eBay, and I got the little filter with it, which I didn't use.
Mm-hmm.
They gave you a hose. They gave you the black knob thingy that goes on it to turn it back and forth, and one other piece, I think. They gave you the gaskets. So.
For $13.
Yep.
So, if anybody has any
It
carburetor,
runs like a dream.
It does. See, I still never got
At least
it.
it did, yeah.
I forgot
it
all
fired
about
right
that.
up and turned the choke off, and it stayed running, so that's all I needed.
That's the key right there. If you can turn that choke off and it keeps running. For $13, you solved that problem. Interesting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty simple to change, too.
Mm-hmm. Easy peasy.
Yep. Other than that, I'm just getting ready.
All right. Well, I think you're ready.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
You're ready.
Be the real test, you know. Take it out and test it out. And
run some water through it. Get some rocks bouncing.
Yep. Do some checks to make sure everything's good, not losing any gold, and then I'll run the heck out of it.
Mm-hmm. I say you are ready. You're ready for your maiden voyage, Rich, which is coming up soon. I know you're ready.
Yep.
So, wait a minute. Okay, I see our buddy, old Swiftwater. Let's see if I can. I'm going to go ahead and he's showing online now, so we'll go ahead and add him. And, cool, Rich. Well, I'm glad you're here, brother. Anything?
Yep. Thanks for having me. No, nothing else going on. I was supposed to cut up a hog this weekend, but that got canceled.
I did?
So.
Got canceled on you?
Yeah, so I'll be working around the house.
Man.
And then I got a graduation to go to on Sunday, so I might not make it back for the show.
Oh, okay. So there won't be no Cooley's Corner if you don't make it back Sunday.
Probably not Sunday night, because I got to go down to West Virginia, and it's 3-hour drive each way.
Yeah.
And I probably won't be back by 7 o'clock. And I'm
all right, brother. No worries. We'll miss you if you don't make it, but...
yeah, I'll try to give you a heads up and let you know,
okay.
But it looks like right now I'm probably not going to make it.
All right, cool. Thank you, brother. Yeah, just let me know, and then we'll work around it. Thank you, brother, and thank you for being here, as always, Rich.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Also joining us, we got our very own Miss Kathleen Biffle. How are you, Kathleen?
Hello, everyone.
Hello. What's going on?
You know, I'm loving these beautiful days in Ohio right now, and they are beautiful.
What's it like? Was 87 or something today?
Yeah, I mean it was hot. It's more humid than I like, but
yeah,
you know, it's just nice to have the sunshine.
Yes, it is. The trees are blooming.
And you guys were talking about flowers, and I finally got to plant my water lily bulbs in the water.
Okay.
Because the water warmed up, and the sun's on the pond, so I'm really looking forward to those blooming. I've never grown them, so this is another one of those little challenges I give myself.
Yeah. So they're actually bulbs that you put in the water?
Yeah. You order them, and they come in this container, and I guess water lily bulbs are very, very, I don't know what the word I want to use, like they're sensitive.
Okay. Sensitive.
So, yeah, they mailed them to you, and then they give you instructions on whatever zone you're in, how deep to plant it. So that was helpful.
But wait, you say plant it. You're putting it in the water, though, right?
Yeah, but you have to put it in a container, that fits in the water, so your bulbs can stay put.
Okay, all right. Now I'm seeing the now.
And then you fully submerge this flower pot.
Okay.
And then I guess in a couple weeks or so, you'll start seeing the sprouts coming up from the flower pot all the way to the surface of the water.
Wow, pretty cool. And that's a water lily.
Yeah.
Is that an actual flowering plant?
It is. I'm going to have white and a really, they're called white and black,
okay.
but it's really a deep red.
That'll be pretty cool. Planting plants in the pond, and they're still a bulb. Okay, that's different. So it is kind of an experiment. I hope it works. You don't think your koi's will eat them?
Well, that was another concern. Because that is like a delicacy for them, the bulbs are.
Oh.
But once they start, you got to just get them to sprout, and then they'll leave them alone typically. But
okay.
They really like those little sprouts, so I put rocks around it, hoping that they would not see it. But they are very hungry koi. They're just really hungry now.
I seen you posted some pictures. I think it might have been yesterday or day before that. They're getting to almost eating out of your hand now, right?
Well, they're getting close where they recognize you.
Okay.
They'll follow you because they know they're going to get food. But then I got to do baby steps because I don't want to frighten them.
No, right. Slow.
Because I am kind of scary.
But you're the one with the food. So,
right. I'm the food lady.
That's right. They see you. They recognize you with food. So.
But anyway, I'm still hanging on from last weekend's dredging trip. It was so fun just to be out again,
right?
And camping and seeing Dennis and just doing our thing.
Just doing your thing, doing the Biffle thing, right?
It was really, really nice, and we have to stay close to home in the next couple of weeks. But we're looking forward to Memorial Day, where we're gonna all get together somewhere and. Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
Hopefully all of us.
Right.
And then dredge.
Pretty cool. Ready for some more dredging. But you're going to try to go this weekend just for like a day trip, are you thinking? Or going to see what you can do? Maybe.
Depends. Everything is just in the air.
Right. It's going to start getting real busy.
Well, it's the end of the school year, and there's a lot of events and kids stuff,
Yep. That's why I said it's going to start getting real busy here soon for you, probably.
Yes. Yes.
And we go from nothing to super busy, just like that.
Which right now I'm enjoying it, so it keeps you going.
Mm-hmm. Well, you still sound very chipper and very happy, so that dredge trip definitely did wonders for you, didn't it? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm glad. And I know you got your news tonight.
I do.
You always do. And we look forward to that, as always. And I just want to thank you for being here, Kathleen.
It's good to be here.
It's good to have you, for sure. Thank you so much. Also joining us, we got the other half of the Biffles. We got Shad Biffle back there somewhere, don't we?
Somewhere.
There he is.
I'll allow it.
How are you tonight, Shad?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. A little warm, but I'm doing okay. Have you turned your air conditioner on, Shad?
Yeah, but we have the temperature set up high, so it's not always on. Just enough so you're not sweating.
Oh, like I'm doing right now in this heater room, feels like.
Exactly.
But, well, good. I'm glad you did. So, are you wanting to go this weekend, or you're just going to... You don't care either way?
It all depends on some things, but yeah, we're wanting to go at least on Saturday, just do a day trip, just to get out in the creek for a day, but we'll see.
Right. Any ideas what the weather's going to be like?
It's going to be at least on Saturdays in a lot of places in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
But I saw where they're calling for thunderstorms tomorrow and Friday morning. Mm-hmm. But the rest of the weekend looks really nice.
Oh, good. Okay. So maybe there's a chance you could get out if you don't have something else more important to do. I'm sure you will go, right? just for.
Oh, we also have gold to clean up still from our last trip. So.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I keep meaning to do that.
Where it's at the stage to put it through the water table.
Oh, so. That's where Kathleen takes over, right? The water table stage. It's all.
Although there is some dust on the water table, I have to do some dusting.
Really, I'm surprised that thing could get dust on it. I know as much as you like using it.
Well, that's the thing. I haven't been.
Well, you're gonna have to get running this stuff through it then.
Yeah, because I ran all my material, so now we've got new stuff to go, and I'm excited.
Man,
sorry, Shad. I stole his thunder.
Well, that's the way it works around here, I think, right? But man, Shad, I hope you get to go if you guys can, and if not, we understand. But you still seem like you're in high spirits too, just like Kathleen. That dredging definitely did you good.
Well, yeah, we get out more than you. You know, we've been out 2 times now, so we're beating you.
No.
Uh-oh, is this a contest?
Uh-oh, two zip. You're up. Okay.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted us to keep counting as we get more and more trips. And
that's twice as much as what he'll get out this year.
Exactly.
Hey. Now, who's to say I may have went out today?
Yeah, well, we know where mites are at. Mites are on a chicken's, you know what.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So, yeah, I definitely didn't. But 2-0. Okay, we'll keep score. 2-0. I'm going to write this down, Shad. 2-0.
I don't know. You're going to be writing a lot of stuff down for us then.
It's hard to keep up with you guys, though. I'd have a better chance.
We are the Wandering Buffaloes.
Right. It'd be hard to keep up with you and Dennis. Now, I could probably keep up with Swiftwater. And
not if he's on his motorcycle.
Right. But as far as prospecting trips, I think I might beat Scott. And we did have him here, and we lost him. I don't know what happened to him. He probably got his internet probably pooped out or something. But well, Shad, I thank you for being here, buddy, as always. And you got birthdays in precious metal, though.
Oh yeah, I don't want to forget that.
Now, which one you gonna start with? Your precious metal?
Yep, let's start with our precious metals. Obviously, if you've seen with the stuff going on in Iran and between us pulling out, oil prices have gone up. The dollar is stronger. Gold's fallen $3 to 1,312. Okay. Silver, though, is hanging in there, up 2 cents to $16.46. Okay. Platinum has stayed flat at $911, and palladium is up 5 to $972. So that's climbing back up.
That gold's just sticking above 13, huh?
13, just barely, 13,
yeah. 12. Ooh, yeah. Interesting. Well, let's see what it does by Sunday. And crazy. We will keep an eye on it. And the silver's still right around. It's the same usual thing.
Yeah, it seems like it'll spike up in the $17 range and then all of a sudden get knocked back down.
Back to, $16.40 or something. You know, every time. I don't know. So you want birthdays now?
Let's do it. Dennis, kick it off, buddy.
Happy birthday to
Don't do it, Dennis.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, my.
Every week. Twice a week.
Oh my God, I can't believe Dennis went video on that one.
I can't either.
I think he records it and just plays the same one.
Oh no, this one, I think this one was worse, Kathleen.
Yeah, this one was worse.
It was worse than last week. He had a light on
in the room that time.
Yeah, we could see him. He was glowing.
Guess what's behind the Crony Club hat?
Oh my God.
Well, happy birthday, May 9th. Anthony Briglia, Chuck, David Lowe, Detect Darren, Dick Steele, John Whitaker, Johnny Laverne, Kimberly Cameron, Matt 923, Tim, Matt Vive, and Vera Hansen. And tomorrow we have Doug Ferguson, Gold Rush Pay Dirt, James Martin, and Just Me. Oh. Literally, Just Me is the name, not me. Do not be confused.
Happy birthday, everybody.
Happy birthday.
Very cool. And we're sorry we was laughing, guys. I wish there was a way I could have recorded what Dennis showed us just now while he was singing that song.
You know, if we ever go video, we'll be able to entertain.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I did take a screenshot of the video.
Oh, my God, you did.
Did you?
I tell you what, you don't have the kahunas to post that on the site.
Oh, Dennis.
Are you really daring me? Because you know I will.
I double dog dare you.
Everybody in the chat room, do you guys want this to be, you want Shad to post it there for you all to see what Dennis does during the video portion of that?
Can I sing when I sing the happy birthday?
He sings the song, what he does. You all want to see it. Michael says, yeah. Merle's saying, no.
We're one yes, you know. Oh, wait, he said no twice.
Right, so let's see. Oh, there's another yes. Jaren's a no. Come on, Jaren.
You're still even.
Yes.
Jaren.
Even.
It's
you
even.
Got one more minute to vote.
I don't know. Sweet means yes.
I say
to me.
Sweet is yes.
Yes.
Steven said yes.
Okay.
Scary
since
means
this
yes.
is all for entertainment purposes, and Dennis says to do it, so you cannot hold me against this, Dennis. Now,
no, he can't.
It's a birthday present to all of you.
Yes, here I'm giving it a big yes too.
Your happy birthday photo.
Yeah, this is for everybody. That
since I couldn't sing it in person.
Right, and this way they could see what. Because I mean, we're busting up laughing, and they're probably wondering, are these guys nuts? What are they laughing about? This way you can see. Exactly.
Well, it's there.
What the
there was a lot of yeses.
Where'd you put it, Shad?
Main page. On the home page.
Oh, I thought you was gonna put it in the chat room. It's on the main page. Everybody, go to the main page, and come back and tell us your thoughts.
Yes, be afraid. Be very afraid.
Very afraid. Awesome. Oh, Scott's back.
Yeah.
Well, Shad, thank you,
just
brother.
in time.
Yeah, just in time for your introduction. Shad, thank you for
missed,
being here,
you
my
missed
friend.
It too, buddy.
And good job sharing that video. Oh, it's in the timeline now, guys, on the chat room.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Posted everywhere. It's on the web now.
Yeah, it'll be there forever.
In the cloud.
It's in the cloud.
There's no getting it back. It's there. You're doomed, Dennis. Thank you, Shad. We appreciate it, buddy. And thanks for being here, as always. All right. Also joining us, we got our West Coast connection, Mr. Scott Swiftwater Toney. How are you, Scott?
Barely hanging on.
Barely hanging on. Are you dragging?
Yeah, I was sitting there listening to Rich, and then as soon as Kathleen started talking, I got thrown under the updates bus, and pow.
The update bus got Dennis, too, earlier.
Yeah, it got me, too.
Dennis, how come it is every time we go to get on the radio show that we get hit with the updates?
I don't know. We got on a little bit early, and I was just talking to Tim, and I actually screenshotted it, and I said, hey, it's going to be a minute, because as soon as I turned my computer on, it said, you know, your computer's updating, don't shut it down. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that, because as soon as I turn it back on, it's going to start all over.
Yep, that's exactly. I was like, "Oh, are you kidding me, man?" I was
That's
like,
what it did to me.
But every other than that, everything's going pretty good. It's been a kind of a fast week, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to do much this weekend, but work.
Well,
and
here.
doing the same thing.
Well, you're here, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. I was, like I said, I was in a rush to get. I was telling them they know I was doing it because I told them I got a radio show tonight. They're like, I'm trying to get out of here, and there's a guy that comes in here and he sits here and jacks with me once in a while, and I'm looking at him like, dude, you got to quit talking to these people so they can eat.
Tell them, take this stuff to the curb, people. Gotta go. Close it up. Start turning lights off and stuff.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, putting chairs on the tables. Kind of give them the hint. It's closing time. Got a show to do.
Yeah,
Right.
And I haven't caught. Yeah, that's no doubt. And I haven't caught anybody's videos or anything. I haven't had time to do much of anything.
Man, how many hours a day you working?
Well, like I said, I start at 9, and I won't get back tonight. I won't get back until about 8:30.
Man, how many days a week?
6.
Man, Scott, it should be like 5 days.
Well, they're doing some processes and doing some changing. They want to do a little bit later hours here, so they're going to have a nighttime crew come in about 4 o'clock. So I'll be working 9 to 4, and then I'll beat it. Which, hey, I can handle that.
That'll be a little easier on you, and maybe you can get caught up with some of the stuff, But
at least be on time for the show.
Like I say, at least you're here. You made it, and that's all that matters.
That's good, Scott. That means business is booming, huh?
That's right.
Yeah, it's going, but like I said, it has to be more than just me now. Let's get to that point.
Right.
Yep.
Well, if you're going to have later hours, you're going to give that Denny's a run for their money.
Yeah, buddy.
It's all that's ever open.
So there'll be 2 places open, the barbecue
That's right.
and Denny's.
Now, when you say later hours, what are you talking?
Like they want to go till like 8 o'clock, I think.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
So I mean that's
living on the edge.
It's 2 hours later, and you got to remember this is a satellite shop. So when I go back at 4, whatever they got to finish up for the rest of the night. They got to bring back another load.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So because it's not cooked. It's not cooked in house. It's just it's transported over here in the warm boxes.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Dang, sneeze. Sorry, guys. Well, Scott, though, like I said, at least you're here. That's all that matters. We always need your input. We always enjoy it. And your camaraderie, just having you here. It's always great. And you made it tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it stinks when I miss the show. I mean, the 2-week period that I missed before Kathleen and Shad showed up in here, that's what I was laughing at. But, yeah, it did. I just didn't I don't like missing the show, because I'm supposed to be here. And that's part of the fun,
Uh-huh. Well, that's what I said. We're glad you're here, and you made it. That is what counts. You're here, and we appreciate it, man. So try not to work too hard. Have some fun tonight, and just kick back and throw your questions in like you always do. We appreciate it. You always got some good ones, buddy. So
what's really bad is because I can't even have a beverage because I'm still at work.
Well, you can have a Pepsi or a Coke.
Yeah, that's not the same.
No, it's not the same, but it'll work. We're drinking some iced tea right now, so it's all good. But
good deal.
Thank you, brother, for being here, as always, my friend. Glad to have you. All right. And last but not least, our little buddy, Indiana Gold Hunter, Mr. Dennis Dayton. How are you tonight there, Dennis?
Topless Dayton.
Yeah, right. It should have been.
Actually, not doing bad. I just, getting over, being sick from last week and the weekend, and I've got that stupid nagging cough that I just can't get rid of. So,
I got that little tickle in your throat.
Yep,
that kind of what it is.
It was.
A lot of it's been allergies, Dennis. So I wouldn't take cough medicine. I would take allergy medicine.
Oh.
Well, they gave me
a pollen.
Well, they gave me a steroid shot Friday because I had like a what you call it, a virus or something because of I don't know, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
She went in and said, I had a virus. Of course, the weather's not helping, like you said, Rich, too.
Right.
She said that. But
there's a lot of pollen out right now. I mean, around our area, it's like 9.1 something out of a 10. So, I mean, it's really bad here.
Yeah.
Oh, he's also, Dennis, you've also been in and out of the cold and the water for the last couple weekends, right?
Yeah, a lot of weeks from the past few weeks.
Without a wetsuit.
Yeah, without his Barney suit.
Yeah, I have to keep my tally going too because I've been out quite a few times this year already.
You've
been
out a lot.
I think I'm like 7 or 8 to your none.
Okay, so 7 to 2 to 0 to Rich is 0-2 though.
Yep.
Yeah, but we know Rich is going to make it out. There's no doubt about that whatsoever.
But still, me and Rich are tied at 0. And Rich will
You're
pull.
right.
It won't be for long.
What, Dan?
I said, you're right. You're tied.
We are tied at 0.
Yeah, but Rich
how
he goes out gets like 2 extra points because he's always got to drive so far.
Yeah.
You're like
The thing of it is how far do you live away from the creek there, Tim?
Right.
Like half hour?
Yes, about half an hour.
All right, then. Well, I live like 5 hours away,
Yes,
so
I know.
6 hours away.
Yes, I know. I'm
So,
bad.
so he gains 3 or 4 points.
He
every time
does,
goes.
and,
Yeah.
and when Rich goes, he goes for like 4 days, so he should get
Yeah.
a point for each
Yeah.
day he's gone.
He's actually already.
Every time I drive over 3 hours, I stay at least 3 to 4 days.
So
Definitely.
that each day gets a point, I guess. That's the way I see it.
Well, he gets a point just for planning a trip. That's more than what you've done. So.
Oh, well, man, that was brutal. Wait a minute.
Yeah, and I don't wash my cars every week either.
Do you get points? Do you get points for washing your car?
No,
Oh,
you can
oh, darn it.
start deducting points.
You actually lose points.
Especially when you take the car in for a service change and it's only to change the blinker fluid.
Yeah, but what if it's a gold service?
It was the gold service, actually, so I should get points back for that.
Well, hey, Scott, you missed it because we was wanting to get Tim to come out last weekend, and I found out that he had to have his car serviced last Saturday. So when he took his car in to have it serviced, I guess the guy that did the services, you just buy this car?
I can't help it. I'm OCD about it. I can't help it.
OCD.
I'd have old car disorder. Yeah, I just can't help it. I got to keep it clean. So I should get points back for that. Yeah.
No.
Well, hopefully we'll all be out together soon.
We
so
will be.
That'll work.
And then you guys quit picking on me. But you won't, because...
Yeah, but I'm taking a wife out. I'm taking a wife out this weekend for Mother's Day, and we're going to go prospecting. And so I imagine I'll probably cook her a steak dinner or something because you guys were harping on me about getting her flowers, and
yeah,
we're going to be on the creek, so I'll just cook her dinner.
that's cool.
Yeah, Dennis flowers die.
Well, you could pick her some flowers while you're there. That would be even
There you
better.
go.
That
Well,
would,
you can't really say flowers die. If you cook food, well, that just turns into poop. So.
yeah. Good point, Shad. See?
Hey,
Yeah,
you know
but-
what?
They're going-
If we're lucky, we'll find some mushrooms.
Oh, you might. Yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
speaking of mushrooms, Dennis,
Uh-oh, did you find some?
we went mushroom hunting yesterday and didn't find one mushroom.
Oh.
You're not.
Man.
You're
We
not looking
went
for the brain.
We went through all the places you were pointing out. You remember when you were there?
Mhm.
And not one.
We just got to start checking another set now.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
there's another area too that not a lot of people go.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna go there.
Jack, yeah.
yeah, because they should start.
Oh, they're
You know,
up.
right about now they should start coming up around where you guys
They
are
are.
at.
They're up.
That's
now.
what they say.
Yeah, they're up.
Well,
When
Kathleen,
the redwoods bloom.
you got to remember. You got to remember why is there not a lot of people going there though? Probably because there's not mushrooms.
Maybe.
I'm just saying.
Well, we do live in suburbia, so I don't know
Yeah.
how many are.
There are probably not many mushrooms.
I don't think anybody's mushroom.
Yeah, where they live, I guarantee you those people don't get out and mushroom hunt. They get dirt on their shoes.
Yeah. Unless the mushrooms are on the
They're
golf
more
course.
we'll go to the grocery store and get mushrooms.
yeah. yeah.
Or the farmer's
Yeah.
market.
Farmer's
oh no,
market.
they don't go. They do the click it thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So they just pull up and get their groceries. I'm sure.
yeah.
Those are pretty expensive though, ain't they?
I don't know. We don't do it.
Heck no,
No.
I don't trust those people. I want.
I don't want people touching my food.
Exactly.
Touching your groceries.
I'm really particular about who's touching melons and making sure they're okay. So
Oh, jeez. So, Dennis, you are gonna go. You're gonna go this weekend, and you and Paula, and
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And that's what Paula wants to do for Mother's Day.
Yeah, she
Cool.
wants to go camping. She loves to go camping, and she actually loves running that little Gold Hog Mini. So
I think
it's kind of like a
I think she's
win-win.
starting to really get into it now, ain't she?
Yeah, she is.
That's cool.
Before you know it, I'll have to buy her a 2-inch
Yeah.
backpack driver.
Yep, you will. Yeah, buddy. Yep. See, so that's cool. Well, good. Well, have fun. Enjoy your
Oh, yeah.
Mother's Day, and enjoy that steak dinner you're going to cook for her. That is awesome. So,
Oh yeah. So how you doing?
just same as always, buddy. Just tired. tired of work and need a vacation.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
You know, just wore out.
He's probably itching to wash his car.
And I'm itching to wash my car. It's filthy.
Oh, yeah. You start talking about, washing a car, and he perks right up, and he's all full of energy.
Well, it rained a little bit. And then
You'll skip his afternoon nap. And
yes, I will. I will skip a nap to wash my car. You are correct. Yep. Dang, you know.
I'm going to break you of that habit. I'm going to come over and I'm going to wash your car for you. I'm going to break you of the habit of wanting to wash a car.
I can't help it.
When I get done with you, you ain't going to want to wash your car no more.
I just can't help it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I really don't. There is something wrong with me.
Kathleen got it.
Oh, I get it now. Oh, no. You can't do that to my car.
Man, I'm trying to think of that movie. What is that movie?
Oh, no.
We're going to do a fundraiser for the radio show.
There you go.
We'll be washing cars in his bikini.
Yes. It'll be like that video that Shad just posted on the page. But,
it'll be worse because there'll be suds.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Short shorts.
Short shorts.
Oh, yeah.
A hose and suds.
And Timmy's going to be right beside me helping me wash the cars.
I won't be.
Oh, no.
Then it's not so funny.
I
just think it should be Dennis, honestly.
Jared.
Oh, you trying to wiggle out of this one? What'd you say, Shad?
Oh my gosh,
Jared's
Jared.
comment. First, Dennis is going to drip ketchup from a burger on it before he washes it. That one.
That rotten sucker.
That old Hardee's commercial, was it? Shad? Is that the one? Oh, Lordy. You guys are sick.
He'll be saying it in Maryland.
I probably deserve that from Jaron because I sometimes I'll send him some weird stuff in the messenger.
Okay.
That's saying it lightly, Dennis. Come on.
Well, that's right. You get the same thing.
Yeah, I think we all do. So
I'm glad I'm not on that list.
Scott.
Yeah. So good one, Jaron. Yeah, so you guys are definitely some strange individuals tonight. Yeah, the official car wash. I like it. But thank you for asking, Dennis. I can't help it. I need to talk to a doctor. But I think what we'll do is we'll take a real quick commercial break from our sponsors over at Amra, and then we'll come back with Kathleen Biffle and dredging up the news. We'll be right back, everybody.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men, and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com.
It is time for Dredging Up the News with Kathleen Biffle. Mining news from around the globe, metal detecting, dredging, entertainment news, and fun facts as well. Here's Kathleen.
All right, everyone. May 9th, 2018. So, I'll start off with the story. This was reported in the Idaho County Free Press. I thought it was optimistic, I guess.
Okay.
But the Forest Service, they're monitoring the finds in the South Fork miners, the river there.
Mm-hmm.
They're checking to see if they're sticking to the rules. So, as you guys know, in recent years, in Idaho, gold miners have gone to the state capitol in large numbers, and they're asking for a rollback of the state and federal Clean Water Act regulations on small-scale mining. Mm-hmm. But a subtle change in the state's rules for this upcoming dredging season may be put to the test on how many miners are willing to work the South Fork Clearwater River this summer. That's a mouthful. Whew.
Yeah.
So federal regulations already allow more dredges than were actually worked in the South Fork River, or the Clearwater River, these last 2 summers, and the state agency that administers the state regs has removed that 15 dredge cap from their permit work that they require miners to fill out. While the upper limit of the number of dredges has been removed from the permit paperwork required by the Idaho Department of Water Resources, the Forest Service's post-season monitoring reports from the years 2016 and 2017, from those dredging seasons, they found that the overall amount of dredging that actually happened in the South Fork was well under the cap. And they also
they removed the cap?
Well, yes and no. I think they removed the verbiage on one of them, but not on the others. And then I think I'm going to give you a website after I'm finished here, or Shad can post it in the chat room now, of where you can go to get all of the instructions for the 2018 South Fork Clearwater River suction dredge season. Oh. They also have the applications and all the conditions and on that site. So where was it? Okay. I guess the paperwork no longer caps the number of dredges at 15. That's what this article said anyway. Federal regulators have not relaxed rules under which fewer than 15 dredges were actually operated in the South Fork each of the last 2 years. In 2016, the Forest Service's monitoring report concluded that of 9 operations that received the permits that season, all but 3 fully complied with the federal rules. The monitoring also found that the dredgers actually touched far less an area than what the federal regulators had imagined. Imagine that.
Go figure.
Yeah. With the sum total of all of the 2016 riverbed mining activity in the South Fork having physically reached less than 3,000 square feet of the river bottom, that is. The post-2017 report concluded that of 11 operations that received permits that season, all but 2 fully complied with about 3,300 square feet of the South Fork Clearwater riverbed being dredged. While the area dredged increased, the total area dredged amounted to only about 6% of the area federal agencies presently allow for under the Endangered Species Act. So the article went on to say that, if the number of dredge permit applications spike this season, the state agencies are going to be tasked with keeping rivers up to spec. They may have to lean on a third party to provide expertise.
Yeah, see, that's where it's going to get difficult, because somebody's going to start leaning on the dredgers about little bitty, stupid stuff.
You lose control, right? I mean,
yeah.
You lose consistency and control. That's what I would think, and then that's where the troubles start. But the IDWR Water Compliance Bureau his name is Tim Luke. He told the Free Press on April 23rd that the IDWR can consider more than 15 applications, and that they are required to inspect sites with a fishery biologist, which is normally a federal fishery biologist, since most of the sites are on land managed or owned by the Forest Service or BLM. He goes on to say the feds will not approve more than 15 permits in 2018 and therefore will likely inspect more than 15 sites. He said that they may have to rely on the Idaho Fish and Game fishery biologists if they need to inspect more than 15 sites. So I know this is kind of long, but I thought it was really important because this affects a lot of people. And if you're thinking about going out there to dredge, keep this in mind. Mm-hmm. But in a letter to the IDWR, the Idaho Department of Environmental Quality asked the state agencies to take a fresh look at this dredge limit. Senator Carl Crabtree cited that the 2016 postseason report, which the Nez Perce Clearwater National Forest produced based on dredge operators' self-reported hours and work areas as well as forest staff estimates. The IDWR had presented the results of that study to the Idaho Water Resource Board as a finding that the dredge miners actually moved far less sediment than would cause the regulators a real concern. Based on the volumes and hours reported, the average volume of material disturbed during the season was 0.36 cubic yards per hour. When the state agencies originally calculated how many dredges could be allowed, they had figured that a suction dredge would move 2 cubic yards per hour, 8 hours a day, all season long. Of course they did. According to the IDWR and Forest Service reporting, in actuality, the suction dredging in north central Idaho, on average, moved less than 1/5 that much material per hour and was operated less than 7 hours per day. Right. So, I don't know what to think. I mean, I think it's good, but then I also get kind of nervous if they're gonna, try to rely on these other agencies to help them out, to help them reinforce.
Right. Exactly. So I'm sure there'll be more to come on that, probably.
They'll probably draw some schmuck out of California to come check it out.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, let's pray it's not that.
Yeah, but for more information, this website that Shad had posted has a lot more information on the rules and what's permitted.
Cool. So
it sounds like there's still some gray in the consistency, and I just hope people don't take advantage of that.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, check that out.
All right. Yes. I don't know. Weren't you guys thinking of going to Idaho?
Wasn't Dennis?
I think Dennis was.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah. Next year?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Oh,
cool.
Okay.
Not till the end of July.
Yeah, I was going to go with Caleb to go check out a claim.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. This is in Arizona. Gold there has a much lower profile than copper and zinc in the state. But I guess larger scale gold mines in Arizona are scarce. But that is about to change. Kerr Mines Incorporated has been actively exploring bringing the past producing Copperstone gold mine in western Arizona back to life. Copperstone is located in the mining-friendly state of Arizona. The fully permitted mine is built already, and there is an infrastructure already on site. It already has a 300,000-ounce resource, and the land package offers lots of exploration potential. So this mine was mined by Cypress Minerals back in 1989 as a heap leach surface mine, and it ran until 1993. When it was decommissioned, Kerr acquired Copperstone in 2014. So they did some testing, and they did I guess they call it a pre-feasibility study. Mm-hmm. In that study, they said the 300,000-ounce resource begins beneath an open pit that is 500 feet deep And the company's biggest news suggests interesting numbers for future development. Based on the company's recent news release, it expects to jump into production rather quickly.
I bet.
They expect payback of initial capital. Their capital that they used to put into this investment was $22.7 million. And they did that within 2.3 years of the 2019 production start. So they're hoping to pay that back by then.
Wow. Interesting.
But, they did the studies and, the results were really good. They estimate that the company could be looking at 100,000 ounces of gold per 100 vertical feet of this mine. Wow. While the open pit was initially 500 feet, the company has added an additional 300 feet. Kerr mines could go another 400 to 500 feet when it's all said and done.
Wow. Nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
So they expect a lot of good stuff, I guess, from that mine in gold. Arizona. And I will turn over this broadcast to my partner here, Shad Biffle. He'll go over to local events.
Cool.
All right. Thank you, Kathleen, for the U.S. news there. Local events out on the West Coast. Gold Fever of the West Valley chapter is holding their meeting tomorrow, May 10th at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time in Peoria, Arizona. Our good buddy Shannon Poe is a special guest speaker there, and we'll discuss what is happening on the road closures in Arizona. So try to attend if you're wanting to know what is going on. May 12th through the 13th in Grand Junction, Colorado. Beauties of the Earth Gym Show, hosted by the Grand Junction Gym and Mineral Club at Two Rivers Convention Center. This occurs on Mother's Day weekend. It runs from Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Admission is $5, seniors and military $4, children 12 and under are free. And then it says seniors and vets are $3, so I'm kind of confused on that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I typed that up. Typo. Forget the last part. You're done.
Okay. Anyway, but that's in Grand Junction, Colorado on Long Rifle Road. So go check him out. Looks like fun.
He's just like the Anchorman. He'll just read anything.
Yeah,
right. Lies.
Whatever you put in front of him, he just reads.
You give me a teleprompter, I won't stop.
Oh, mercy.
All right, on one other one here, we have Amras, of course, holding an outing on Saturday, May 19th at 10 a.m. To Sunday, May 20th, ending at 4 p.m. This is located at the Amra Jawbone Claim. It's open to the public and free. You can stay the night in their campground or just visit for the day. Saturday, from 10 to 4, starts with a get-together and an update on AMRA current projects to protect your mining rights, followed by a raffle. AMRA staff will also be on site to answer any questions, help with your mining setup, and there might even be a few demonstrations going on. Sunday, from 10 to 3, there'll be a continuation of some discussions, and you're able to stay as long as you like and keep all the gold you can find.
Wow.
They'll also host a few of your favorite miners games, such as Chuck a Duck and the annual duck race.
Chuck a Duck?
Chuck a Duck, hey, that's what's written.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What's Chuck a Duck? What is Chuck a
Duck?
Duck?
That sounds like fun, and, it's a great way to kind of check out AMRA and one of their claims and, think about supporting them.
Yeah, if anybody's close, I mean, just drop by and go in and see, if you guys want to get out, take a tent, go out and camp around, because people get pretty talkative in the evenings and chatty, and everybody gets to know each other and stuff like that. And they do pretty good fun outings. I could say that. I've been on a couple, and I've always had fun. I'm not much of an outing guy, but, AMRA outings I always do have fun on. So, yeah, check them out for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, they got great claims, too, so get that gold. But, of course, AMRA relies on generous donations and support in the fight to protect your mining rights and provide great events. We'll definitely remind you in the coming week, as well as before the event, so you can make sure you can make arrangements and be there. Lastly, the Douglas County Prospectors Association presents the Southern Oregon Golden Treasure Show, June 9th through 10th.
Did you say Oregon?
Yeah, I did. June 9th through 10th. It's spelled that way. Stop interrupting me.
Sorry.
I quit. June 9th through 10th at Douglas Hall in the Douglas County Fairgrounds in Roseburg, Oregon. Is that better?
Oregon?
What?
Oregon.
Is it Oregon?
I mean,
Oregon.
Oregon.
Or gun.
Gun. Like,
they need to put a U on
bang,
there.
bang.
Bang, bang. The hours on June 9th to 10th are Saturday 10 to 6 and Sunday 10 to 5. Admission is $5 at the door. Kids 12 and under are free. There'll be prize drawings both days to support Camp Millennium and daily seminars.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
There you go. But back to you, Kathleen, for tell us what's happening in global news.
Global news. All right. Thank you, Shad. I just always wanted to do that. Anyway, in global news, protesters in Ethiopia's restive Oromia region demanded that the government withdraw a gold mining permit from a company owned by Saudi billionaire Mohammed al-Maudi. This is because of alleged pollution. Demonstrators have blocked roads since April 30th to press their demand that the license to mine the metal be canceled. Demonstrations spread across Oromia. If the government doesn't cancel this agreement, it will continue to spread, they say. This unrest actually erupted 3 years ago at this mine and became part of a large-scale it started large-scale anti-government rallies that early this year caused the resignation of former Prime Minister, Hail Mariam.
Come on.
That's what. Oh my gosh! I mean, Hail Mariam. See?
Let me see.
You can't make this stuff up.
Prime Minister.
Hail Mariam.
Hail Mariam.
I don't know.
And his last name is Desla. Oh gosh, I don't know. I can't even.
Desologen.
So say the whole name.
That's not what it is.
What's the
That's
I
not
will
what
give
it
Grandma
is.
Golden who can spell that.
Desologen? Well, you didn't say it right.
I know.
Hail Mary Desalogem?
Just hack it up.
Yeah.
All right. Critics of the mine allege that the company dumped chemicals from its operation near Shakisco into rivers used by residents and livestock for their drinking water. This resulted in birth deformities and animal deaths. A state minister at the mines ministry said May 1st on state-owned Oromia, he said this on their Oromia Broadcasting Network, that it was a mistake to renew the license without prior discussion with the community. In South Africa, 8 of the 13 gold miners were trapped underground in the Sibane-Stillwater's Massakan mine. I guess a total of 7 ended up dying, and 6 were rescued. 6 of them were rescued, and this was after an earthquake caused a rock fall at the gold mine. This happened after that event, and it caused a fall of ground in an operating stope. Contact was made with 6 early workers earlier on Thursday, and 2 were brought to the surface safely, but one of them unfortunately succumbed to his injuries and passed away. This is the 4th accident at one of the company's mines this year. Wow. And I remember reporting on some of these accidents. In February, nearly 1,000 miners got stuck underground for more than 24 hours, and that was at the Beatrix gold mine. They were unharmed, thankfully. A few days later, 2 miners died after a section of the Cloth Gold operation collapsed. Yeah. Later that month, another worker lost his life while clearing a blocked ore pass at the company's Driefontein gold mine.
Yeah, I remember you reporting that one. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. South Africa, is home to some of the world's deepest and most dangerous operations, and mine fatalities are increasing for the first time in a decade as these companies are having to go deeper in aging shafts to access additional ore. And this country's been mined commercially for over a century. Wow. So they're probably having to go deeper to... Yeah, well, they are going deeper to go find it.
You know what's pretty bad is these guys are doing like the days safe. This many days stayed safe, and they're only working between the numbers of 1 and 10.
Yeah, I know.
That's shitty.
Wow.
That's not good.
So you're saying there's job openings, though, right?
Oh my gosh, really? Oh.
That was wrong.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Send those hate mails to Shad Biffle.
All right, so this is kind of cool. A janitor found $325 million worth of gold bars in a garbage bin at a South Korean airport. He actually found it last month, but it was announced last week that he might be allowed to keep it. Wow. The 7 gold bars were found April 26th in a trash can at Incheon International Airport in Seoul. The bars were wrapped. Yeah.
I would have told nobody.
No kidding.
Well, the bars were wrapped in newspaper, and they're believed to belong to a Korean man who was not coming forward to claim them. And I remember reporting a story like this about different scams that people are doing, to avoid, taxes and stuff like that. Right. But investigators said that the gold bars are believed to have been ditched by 2 men who were transporting the bullion from Hong Kong to Japan. The men are believed to have abandoned the gold because they were worried about being searched. Mm-hmm. Police said the owner must come forward to claim the gold, or else the $325 million worth of this gold will become property of the janitor who found it. Wow. And it's under the country's finders keepers law.
That's a
such a cool law.
That is
he ain't gonna be a janitor no more.
Nope.
Oh no.
I know, right?
No, sir.
The janitor would still receive 5 to 20% of the gold's value if the owner does come forward, evidently. Uh-huh. So that's pretty good too.
Heck yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah. I don't think the owner's going to come forward though.
But this is the catch. The worker will not be able to claim any of the gold or the money if it turns out to be linked to criminal activities.
Oh.
Now, how are you going to figure that out?
Yeah, right. How are you going to trace
Well,
that?
they're waiting for the guy whose gold it was that had people smuggling to say, hey, that's my gold, and then, there's the proof.
That's the only way. That's the only way you can prove it, right?
Like I said, 7 bars. No, I wouldn't have said nothing.
No.
I know, right?
And it found in a garbage can.
I'm taking out the trash. See you never.
Get this trash out. That'd have been a heavy trash bag.
You guys don't need this bag. I'll take it with me.
I'll put this one in my car.
Okay.
Sorry, I pooped my pants. I gotta go.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's so funny. You should have. I heard your comment earlier, Shad, about the Finders Keepers law, and we didn't script this, you guys. This was not scripted. Okay. This actually led me to my fun fact tonight: the Finders Keeper law.
Okay.
So I thought I would talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
It's kind of a closer look, but it has fun facts in it.
Okay.
You know what to call that. Anyway, so what is this Finders Keeper law? In an article I came across, this is in Time magazine. It was written by Kathy Steinmetz in February of 2014. It was actually pretty interesting because it spoke about the Finders Keeper law thing and how things originate. Evidently, governments have always been issuing rules about lost and found property, down to who owns it and how it should be divided. And this has been going on for many years. Evidently, I didn't know if you guys knew this or not, but under the rule of Roman Emperor Hadrian, that wasn't too bad.
No.
Evidently, if a Roman walking around the Colosseum grounds would happen to stumble upon half-buried pot full of bronze jars with gold, that was very specific. There's a reason why I said that. I'll get to it later. But anyway, if they were to find this, half of the treasure would go to the person who found it, and half would go to the emperor. And today in London, if you find anything rare in your backyard, those automatically belong to the royal family. But they say that the royal family will likely pay the person a handsome fee for it. So it's not like you're just handing it over.
Right.
In modern day America, the finders keepers thing is, more complicated. Go figure. But we have a plethora. It's complicated because we just have a bunch of statutes and case law that just seem to complicate matters.
Right.
There's a property law expert, John Orth. He is professor at the University of North Carolina. He said that generally the finder of lost property can keep it. However, it depends on where the loot was found. He goes on to say, when you buy something, normally you get anything that's been hidden in it. And he used the example of the man who bought a used car for $600 and kept $10,000 in cash he found in the trunk.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
So under that law, but it gets complicated. In California, there is a law mandating that any found property valued over $100 be turned over to the police. Authorities must then wait 90 days. They have to advertise that this property is lost for a week. And then when they finally release it to the person who found it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If
That's
no
the,
one
that's the law I know.
That's one I know.
That's
too.
in California. And it may be similar in other states, but these are just some that I picked out. I guess it's rare for cities and states to make any claim to the found property, only if it's got some historical or archaeological. It's late, you guys. Archaeological.
There you go. Yeah, Shad. Good job, Shad.
It's ages.
Well,
Well, anyway, if it's worth something,
Yeah.
historic.
Uh-huh.
Or if it's got a government stamp on it.
Right. Well, with all that being said, there's actually still a legal distinction that comes up that whether property is abandoned, lost, or mislaid. Abandoned property is something where the previous owner has no intention of returning for it.
Mm-hmm.
Lost property is defined. Hold on.
You lost it.
Oh no, I think I lost it too. I think I lost the page, dear. I'll find it on my computer.
That's
Yeah, we are
ironic.
having teleprompter issues tonight, guys. So
That's
just bear with
ironic.
us.
Talk about
That's
loss.
embarrassing.
Yeah, that's because you just let it all fall. We won't go there.
Okay.
Hey, Dennis, while we're waiting, sing us a song.
West Coast Wednesdays, where we have our stuff together.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Smarty Pants. Where did I leave off?
Uh-oh.
At the ending of the last page.
Why don't you just look at the last page next to you and go?
You was talking about the states with the lost and found.
Oh, yeah, about the distinction between the definitions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, lost property, like an engagement ring that was accidentally dropped in the street. This is something that is inadvertently, unknowingly left behind, so it's considered lost.
Okay.
A mislaid property is intentionally put there, like a bank, like money on a bank counter. So if they intend to deposit it, but they forget and they just kind of just forget it,
And walk away.
that's considered mislaid property.
Okay.
Mislaid property is supposed to be safeguarded by whoever owns the property where it was mislaid until someone with a better claim, like the bank, customer, or whoever, comes back. Mm-hmm. And there's actually a fourth category that's beyond lost and, abandoned or mislaid. It refers to any property that is verified to be an antique or has been concealed for so long that the owner is probably dead or unknown and certainly unlikely to claim it from beyond the grave. So the finder's keeper's motto is most likely used in situations of abandoned property and lost property. But, it gets more complicated when you have like expeditions or treasure hunters and things like that. So this, for example, like if a diver off the Florida coast, he finds a sunken ship with like a bunch of gold, that could actually cause a legal battle among the finder, the state, and the descendants of the ship's owners, and any insurance company that may have paid a claim when that went down.
Okay.
So when someone finds a treasure that, when they find something like that, the most important thing and the most difficult thing is
don't tell anyone.
Well, that's what I would do, but I don't know. That's not what the article said for some reason. The most important question is likely whether someone has a better claim to it. The problem, though, is sometimes it's difficult to prove if a person ever did stake a claim, and that is really messy. So, now I'll give you some examples of different scenarios that happened, but these are real scenarios. One example, this occurred in Florida. American treasure hunters found $500 million in silver and gold coins in the 1804 wreck of the Spanish warship Mercedes 3000. Oh, wait. Oh, my gosh.
Is that a typo or?
No.
Okay.
It was called Mercedes, but they was found 3,000 feet deep.
Oh.
They found this in international waters. Okay. Well, the Spanish government immediately just took the adventurers to court, and they won the judgment. Yes. Now, the Americans, a group called Odyssey Marine, has to surrender the whole thing over to Spain. So the case even went to the Supreme Court, where the justices chose to decline the case, stating that the ship's remains and its cargo were the sovereign property of Spain. So this is an example where finders keepers,
that's
losers
crazy,
weepers.
That's in international water, so shouldn't salvage rights?
Should be.
Well, okay, this is what they said. That brought that example up. One of the most important things to determine when you find something like that is whether it's a salvage operation or if it's a treasure hunting expedition. So during a salvage op, the owner of the sunken items is known, and the salvager is required to present the discovered valuables to the owner for compensation in return. Treasure hunting, as we know, often the owner of the wreckage is unclear, since most of the treasure is so old that no one is alive to claim it. And, even centuries that lost these things so long ago can dispute, and it can be claimed successfully by the country of origin. So that is something that I guess maybe it was a salvage op, which that would make sense if somebody's funding it, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
That crazy story I told you about that guy in Ohio. But that was one of my closer looks, I think. But some of these crazy stories prompt you to look up other crazy stories, sure. And it's so interesting what you find. But more often than not, it turns out in many cases finders really are keepers, and here's a couple of them to leave you on a positive note.
Good.
Well, sort of, kind of.
Positive stuff.
There's one that I didn't like, but anyway.
Okay.
A few years back, in 2014, a California couple was out walking their dog around their property last year, and they stumbled across the 8 buried cans with an estimated $10 million worth of gold coins inside of it.
Yep.
So a year later, the rare coin dealer approached by this couple. He went public with the find, actually. And the long delay from the find was partly because of questions about how strong the couple's claim to ownership was. And these there was like 1,400 gold coins, and they dated from 1847 to 1894. If the couple had found the coins while taking a walk on somebody else's property, the treasure would have to go to that landowner, and it would be up to him if he wanted to split it.
Right.
And this, Yes. And this California's couple, though, they found the coins on their own property. And under these laws, even if someone could prove that their great-great-grandfather buried those cans, there's likely little the descendants could do. If their grandfather sold that land to the couple, it belongs to them.
Right.
Now, I tell you that story, but then this last story didn't work out as well. In Arizona, a man died after he hid $500,000 in ammunition cans inside walls. I his daughters, knowing he had a habit of putting things away, they searched the house after he died before selling it to the new owners. Years later, the new owners hired a contractor to renovate the house and discovered the cans that were hidden behind a wall-mounted toaster oven. So they found this while they were doing the constructions. The new owner said the money should come with the house,
right? That
it had essentially been abandoned. But as soon as the heirs found out about the stash, they staked their own claim. An appellate court determined in 2012 that the funds were mislaid, having been intentionally put there, not intentionally lost or thrown away, and they awarded the money to the family members.
It should have came with the house.
That's what I think.
If it was in there when you bought it, it's yours. That's the way I see it.
And really, it was just a hunch that there was probably money, and they didn't really know for a fact. Right. They just looked.
And obviously, if their dad wanted them to have it, he would have gave it to them.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, or left a note in a will or something.
The rats, and the dad was
P.S. Move the oven.
Yeah, exactly. It's if it was in the walls, it's yours. It's your house. You bought it. You found it. It's yours. That's end of story. It's yours. That's the way I see it. That's the way it should be anyway.
I agree, But that is Judging Up the News. And this Sunday, I guess I'll do the closer look.
Closer look this Sunday. Cool. Okay.
If we don't have a guest, even if we do,
right, still
I could do the second half or something.
Sure. Well, right, and Rich probably won't be around, so for Cooley's Corner, so that'll be perfect.
But it is Mother's Day, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Mother's Day,
that'll fit right in.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
I got a closer look. And maybe I'll find something that has to do with Mother's Day.
Very cool.
I don't know where I'll go.
A Mother's Day.
I had a couple ideas.
Closer look. That will be cool. Well, great news. Man.
Thanks.
I like it. I always enjoy the news. I really like Wednesdays for the news. It's so interesting. And we always learn so much on Wednesdays. It's our learning day.
Well, we learn things on Sundays about, equipment and things and, things that I don't really know a lot about.
Yeah, but on Wednesdays we learn what's going on.
But, I do like gold, so it's interesting for me to hear those things too, because, if I didn't have a Sherpa, what would I do?
That's right.
And I've learned a lot, actually, from fellow prospectors out out on these outings or when I see them prospecting, and you just pick up little tidbits of things you want to use, and
that's right.
I've learned a lot.
Little bits here, little bits there, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's about. And
if it helps get gold, even better.
That's right. And then we share it. Share all that info that we get. Very cool. I enjoyed it. Thank you, Kathleen.
You're welcome.
I'm still thinking, boy, if I bought a house and it had money in the walls,
well, I wouldn't tell anybody.
I would never tell nobody.
Why do people have to?
I don't know. Why? Exactly.
It's like everybody wants to get their freaking 30 minutes on the news. Look what I found, and then look what I lost.
Yep.
Oh, way to go!
I'd be getting out of that house, selling, and getting out of Dodge.
I'm telling you, they always say something. If that couple that found them gold coins, I wouldn't have said a word.
Property, I found it. Finders keepers.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the house for sale sign out in the front? He finds the money, he walks out, and says, "No, leave the sign in the ground."
That's right. Or even with them coins, when they found them, I'd have said, "I found one," and the other 1,399 I'd had in a box in the house. Or in a safety deposit box.
Would you have trouble cashing that stuff in, I wonder?
Well, just
You sell it to a collector. It's only one.
And one at a time. Yeah.
True.
Come on, there's eBay.
Oh, yeah.
You can sell it. Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem. I'd be patient and sell one at a time. Because how much would one of them go for? You'd be all right for a while. Then sell another one. Oh, I found another one. Lucky me. That's all.
Yeah.
Then
with cash, I mean, it's cash.
They just shouldn't say nothing.
Oh, no.
Especially cash.
Well, actually, now with all the banks and stuff, you have to fill out all this paperwork. If you bring in over $5,000 in cash,
oh yeah,
they consider that suspicious activity.
Well, that's why you don't put it in a bank.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with it?
Well, you put a safe deposit box, right?
It's called a mattress stuffer.
Oh.
I guess. I don't know. Or bury it in your own yard for somebody to find.
I was going to say $5,000. I can go spend that in 2 days easy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could definitely. But I don't know. I just wouldn't say nothing.
Yeah. It's what David Vila said. It honestly doesn't always help you.
No, it don't. There's times when being honest is hurting you. Like then. That's, good job finding it. Now we're going to take this and you might get it back. Maybe.
Yeah, that would definitely happen to me. So I'm not going to, I wouldn't press my luck.
It would happen to me too with Grimes' luck. We'll take it and you might get it back in a few years and it never happened. So it's like, no, I'll never tell. I promise.
And then if you want to fight for it, then you got legal fees.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That you can't afford because they got all the treasure you just found. Yeah.
So way to go, U.S. government. You make us want to be dishonest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point,
I mean, London, it's like, the royal family gets it, but I guess they pay you for it.
Well, at least they pay you for it. They just want it because it's a heirloom kind of thing.
Probably historical.
Sure.
Yeah, but you still get money from it, so
they think everything from back in the day that was worth anything was the queens anyway, or the kings, or whoever was the royalty. But fiddle faddle on that crap.
But at least they're paying you for it, though, so that's fairer. At least you're getting, if there is fair, I guess that would be fairer. Fairer. Is that a real word? I don't
More fair.
I don't even know. Oh, well, awesome. I don't know. Okay, let's see. We covered the news. Anything else going on, guys, that we need to discuss here? We can 12 minutes if we want. Or should we just wrap it up with our usual?
Well, let's talk about Dress My Dredge.
That's
a
right.
Little bit more. That's coming up.
That's right.
Hey, let me just say good night, everybody, because Tim, I got to take up. I still got a lot of stuff to load up and clean up.
All right, Scott. Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
Always a pleasure.
Like I said, I'll get sometime I'll get on here on time enough where we could actually do the panning thing that I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
But I keep 15 minutes later jumping in the show, so it doesn't help anything.
Let us know, and then maybe we'll do that before we do the dredging up the news. Then see,
you got that.
That way we know that way. So Kathleen's been doing good about getting enough information to fill the show.
Yeah, my fun facts have become very extended.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you let us know, Scott. We're good with
you
that.
got it. You
All right,
got
brother.
It. Well,
be safe.
Good night, Gold Diggers.
All right,
Scott.
Be safe, Scott.
Bye, guys.
Bye, buddy. All right, Kathleen, dressing up by your dredge.
Well, that's coming up, and Memorial Weekend. I know that some of us are going to be out looking for gold. Are we going to announce it on a show?
I thought we would announce it during the show, the winner. Yeah. Well, we'll look at all the pictures. There's so many.
All right, so we'll announce it on Sunday show?
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah.
What's the date?
I don't have a calendar. I don't know why I don't
it
have
is
a calendar.
the 27th of May.
27th.
That's a Sunday.
Okay.
And our show will be at the regular time, right?
Yeah.
7:30. Okay. Yeah. So those of you who did enter, we will draw.
What, all 2 or 3?
Yeah. Well, the chances are good.
The chances are real good. Well, we'll all vote on what one we think's the best, and that's how we'll pick our winner, right?
Yep.
We sure will.
There's only 1 or 2 in there, I think.
So it's
the 26th.
The millions and millions of entries. I mean, it could take us a while.
It'll be like that chili judging contest.
Yeah, that's what it'll be like. So
we had to judge a chili cook-off or whatever.
Yep, it'll be kind of the same thing, I presume. So it'll take us a little bit to pick.
We'll all like pick different ones.
Yeah. I hope there's at least 5 by the time we get to it. Then that way we can.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, there's still time.
Yeah, you guys still have time.
People just don't want to give away their ideas, afraid somebody's going to copy or one-up them. So they're holding on to the last minute.
Okay, so when's the last possible moment that they can post? The 20.
Yep.
Okay.
That's Saturday.
Midnight.
26. 26. Yeah. Yep.
Well, technically 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time.
Right.
On the night of the 26th.
Are we going by Eastern Time then? We're going by Eastern Time.
Always Eastern.
Just post it by the 26th and you're good.
Always,
oh my God.
Always our time, Kathleen. Yep.
The suspense is keeping us waiting, guys. Come on.
Post it.
See, we can't even agree on the deadline. How are we going to agree on choosing a winner?
I don't know.
We'll get one picked somehow. We always do.
It could be dress your dredge or dress your high banker or
dry washer,
trommel, any big equipment, right? Is what we said. Yeah.
You can't dress your pan or sluice.
Nope.
But we'll have another contest for that.
Yeah, we'll do another one for that, and hopefully we'll get a little more. Can't even think of words tonight.
But you get gold for dressing your dredge because you get to get. Each of us are going to give you a portion of our dredge cons that we.
Yep.
With gold in it.
Of course, there's gold in it.
We're gonna dump some gold.
We're just gonna give you black sand.
Yep. And there'll be some nice gold in there too, guaranteed.
It sure will.
Somebody's gonna enjoy it. Some lucky member is gonna enjoy that for sure, right? I wish I was able to win it because I would really like to have it. It's gonna be good dirt. Yeah.
You're gonna give them some car wash soap?
Soap.
I was just thinking of something too, Dennis.
He's gonna put the little pine tree air fresheners.
He'll throw in the lint from his vacuum too.
I might put a car air freshener in there. I just may. Now that you guys gave me that idea. Oh, that's just so wrong.
Either that or just like a little sticker or button. Well, I was going to go out dredging.
But I had to wash my car. Too rotten. But yeah, so get them entries in because the odds are looking pretty good for some people right now. So
yeah.
Get them in there. If you want to win some nice...
You have a very good chance.
You have a great chance. And then don't forget about the GPS giveaway going on right now for that gold ram from Spike Strike Sluice Boxes. So enter that. If you haven't already entered, you can only enter once. So enter that. And then we got our Crony Club giveaways up and going. And all cronies are eligible for that. Plus the annual quarterly nugget giveaway sponsored by our good friends at Dirt Hog. And then we got our patron giveaway, a quarterly nugget, sponsored by our good friends at Tommy Knocker's Pay Dirt. And then, just in case everybody didn't know, that the Wandering Buffaloes, you can support their Patreon page as well. Kathleen or Shad, tell us about that, would you?
Well, thank you, Tim. That was nice of you to mention that.
Yeah, tell us.
Shad will tell you all about it.
Yeah, tell us about it, Shad.
Yeah, well, this past weekend we were hanging out with the Indiana Gold Hunter, and he's launched his.
He did. I didn't know he did.
Yeah,
too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've had a Patreon for like a year now.
I didn't even know. Okay, well go ahead, Shad, and then Dennis can tell us about his.
So he was kind of telling us more about it, and we've heard from other people and creators and miners who do it, and so we're just looking, to kind of expand what we film, what places we go, to be able to provide more content and more things like that. But we also want to use it to help support other miners, prospectors, and people that are trying to do something similar and give back as well as raise some, get some giveaways and do some out and in things down the road for everyone.
It keeps us busy, and that's what we like, right?
Right, exactly. Exactly. So that's cool. And you guys, and what's your YouTube page? Make sure you let everybody know that too. That way they can click, like, and subscribe. That's very important. And
The Wandering Buffaloes.
Wandering Buffaloes.
That's all you gotta put in there, and it's spelled no E in Buffaloes. We spelled it wrong on purpose.
Man. So check that out, everybody. You love the Wandering Buffaloes. You love their videos. Be sure to click their Patreon page and support them. And that'll help them get more videos out, better videos, and just helps the cause. That's for sure. Great job, guys. That is cool. Dennis, what about yours? Tell everybody about yours. I didn't know you had.
Well, I've got my Patreon. What I decided to do is, I have a monthly draw, and going forward, every time that I go on a creek, every speck of gold that I find, it goes. I do a draw at the end of the month or at the beginning of the following month, and every speck of gold that I find will go to a premium Patreon.
Oh, that's cool.
Every adventure, like I'm coming up. I'm going to Alaska,
right?
And depending, I'll probably end up getting a lot of gold, and I might do, kind of divide the cons up, 2 or 3 cons, and draw 2 or 3 premium Patreon.
Right.
And then I've got some equipment that's coming up that I'll be giving away, some sluices, but I do a monthly draw every month, and if I find an ounce of gold for that month, or if I find 3 or 4 grand for that month, or whatever it is, some lucky premium Patreon or premium Patreons will have a chance to win that gold.
Oh, very cool. And they can find your Patreon link on your YouTube page as well?
Yep, in the comments. I leave it on every video in the comments.
All right, very cool. Good. Awesome, guys. And that's the Indiana Gold Hunter, right?
Yep.
Oh, very cool. So check that
out.
Well,
it's just Dennis Dayton on YouTube.
All right, okay. Yeah, Dennis Dayton. Check that out, and check out the Wandering Buffaloes. So give it a like, click, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and check out their videos, and please support them. They're awesome, and they do great work, that's for sure. So very cool, guys. You guys know I believe in everything you guys are doing, that's for sure. So
thank you.
You're welcome. Good job, guys.
Yep, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, too. All right, well, I guess on that note, it's getting late, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up. And we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. As always, be sure to join us Sunday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you then. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.